because when you can get $1 million with $200,000 grant to improve your downtown area, that's a pretty good deal. So I just throw that out for what it's worth. Let's see what else. No, I think
you got it.
I don't think we need that. Let me just talk about another study that we're doing through the DARTS Unified Work Program, and that's the improvement of Starksville Road, from 32 on over to 195. We've had some discussions, and we felt like that we need to expand that, not only to include Starksville, but to include down to back to this intersection again, because this really becomes the focal point for your downtown areas. But this road here is 4th Street. That needs to be studied along with this intersection, and tying in how we can do parking and some other things where the train station's at. So the contract has just come back from the DOT, so we can go ahead with the Starksville study. We've got an architect already lined up. It's Ken Ricketts, who's working, I think, also on the train station. So we're going to get him lined up. But the main thing that needs to come out of this is they need to incorporate the parking study, corridor study, and come up with a scope for recommending an overall master plan for the downtown area. And here again, that's something that I think y'all need to consider, is that to really move forward with all this, you need to have an overall master plan of what you want to do in your downtown area.
Okay, you're recommending a master plan?
Yes, sir. That's kind of my spiel.
That's your spiel? You're sticking to it?
There's other projects, you know, there's the Westover Road project.
Show us real quick, just one minute.
The Westover project is this section right here. Actually, it's supposed to connect into Doherty County, and they're going to actually have an underpass that goes from Westover Road to Leo Road. And they're going to have to raise the bypass up so that you can go underneath. But that's a $10 million project that's in DARTS. But what Lee County's doing is they're moving ahead with the design from Leo Road up to Fussell Road. And that's in progress right now. Another project is the extension of Forestry Parkway from US 19 over to US 82. And here again, we've got a corridor study this year that we're looking at where to put that road at.
Okay. And forgive me, Barbara, I don't know. You're saying you're going to bring Westover in through here?
Yes.
Has the development of this been addressed at all? The Westover Road or extension?
No.
How will we develop and that kind of thing? And the reason I say that, the gateway into Leesburg has always been an issue, I think, up there with the signage and and that's not been addressed either, is what I'm saying.
That's correct.
Okay, so that'd be another thing that we're going to have to take a look at before long.
Right, I agree with you.
How far down the road is Westover extension? Complete.
Well, it's one thing to do the design, that's the easy part. Getting the funds for construction is something else. But if you've got the design done, then you're putting yourself in a position when the opportunity arises. You've got these plans on the shelf, and you can usually take advantage of opportunities as they come along for the funding. Now, I anticipate that there'll be at least $10 million in the next splash for road projects, so we might have to wait until the next SPLOST is
So just 2 Fossil Roads are in there right now.
Excuse me?
Just 2 Fossil Road is all you're studying right now.
That's correct. But I would anticipate that once you get Forest Parkway, it makes a whole lot of sense to bring it on up here, that section of Forest Parkway.
Is that next coming? So going to Fossil Road is the first thing you're doing. Then you'll do Forest Parkway and then go back and do West River section some more. Would that be your order?
There's another project right here that I think is important. That's the extension of Kitchafoonie Creek for US 19 over 133. Another one that's not shown on here, but if there's development on US 82, I think there needs to be some road access here back into these subdivisions. So it's kind of a flexible thing depending on what opportunities come up. But there is this Forester Parkway, if it's developed, would connect US 82 all the way over to State Route 91, which would be a 9-mile east-west stretch of road that we need. I think pretty important.
I'm going to ask a question that's going to kind of confuse everybody, but it's kind of important. I mean, it's on our radar screen big time. Would these projects that you're talking about here, West River Road and Forest Park, would these be considered local projects under 277 or regional projects under 277? You want to be 277 is the transportation tax?
I think that the way we're looking at is like on Westover Road. It could be a local project from Needle Road up to Fussell Road, but the bypass, which I said that's a $10 million project, that could be part of your H277 project tied into the DARTS projects. So if that was moved up, then you get 80% federal funding, and then you work with the state on the rest of it. So that might be a good project to work that way. On Forester Parkway, this might be, you might use H277 funds, HP 277. But when we get over to where from Palmyra Road on over to Glendale, we've got to build a bridge and everything else. Here again, I think that's where you want to make sure that it's in DARTS and let the federal funds pick that up. So that's kind of what we kind of our game plan on those two projects. Let me say one other thing on the transportation enhancement grant that's coming up. We put gateways on that too, so that here when you come into Leesburg on US 19, you have some nice signage on each end, as well as something that would show that you're coming into downtown Leesburg.
Okay. Any questions for Bob? Any suggestions for Bob? Want to slap Bob around? Bob, that was great. I've heard about a lot of these things, talk about a lot of these things, but a lot of it's going to be just. I got some questions in my own mind.
So what's going to determine the order of priority or something? I mean, is it funding?
Funding is always an issue.
I mean, I know it's a big issue, but I'm saying, is it because of DART, or is it going to be because, I mean, has the county got something, a plan that say what's number 1 project, number 2 project, number 3 project?
Well, right now, Westover Road is the number 1 project. The number 2 project is Forest Parkway. And after that, it depends a lot on what happens next March.
Okay. Anybody else? Terrific.
Thank you. Let me just say that if you want to see what the bypass is, it's over there in the corner.
That's big.
It's big.
That's big. Thanks. Okay. And I think we said you got projects planned by the county that are directly affecting and indirectly. I think we've identified to talk about, as far as some additional things to do. Okay, Dr. Walters. And I'm gonna say something that I believe for here, and I think a lot of people heard me on. I've heard me say this before. Everybody says that everybody's leaving, coming to Lee County because of white flight and everything. And I have always said that people come to Lee County because of the schools, without a doubt. Feel strongly about that. And I've told some people my wife was just floating on there because she teaches SAT prep at Bell High School. They came in second to Lee County on the SAT scores this year. And she's really high. It should be, I think.
I like the term bright, like
Yeah. Right. That's good. Write that down, Robert. Bright flight. Bright flight. Something that you aren't, right? That's it. How do you spell that? I'm glad that I don't know whether he told me or not. Robert is on the school board in this county. So I'm gonna let him kind of be your